like, and subscribe, and let's begin. In the beginning, this is Genesis 1, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Now you notice this is said about the light in Genesis 3. But before that, in Genesis 2, it said the earth was without form, void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. I say that this is correct, but it is out of order because scientists have stated that the planets in this solar system all came out of the sun and were cooled. And I say that this is backwards because if you go to Genesis 11, it said, "And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, and the herb yielding seed, and the fruit trees yielding fruit after his kind." And God said, and then going to 14, and God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament." But that's in the firmament is heaven. But my point is this: nothing will grow on earth without sunlight. So even without sunlight, and the sun is the mother of all the planets in this solar system. So I agree with Genesis, but I believe that it is out of order because the earth came out of the sun, as did all the planets, as a ball of gas, and so forth and so on. I'm not going to get into that. Now, karma. What is karma? Karma is karma is cause and effect. That would be the sixth principle in the Kabbalion. Karma is cause and effect. What you sow, you will reap. Now there is a hole in the ozone layer. And the reason this hole is in the ozone layer is because of Caucasians. It's because of Caucasians and their burning of fossil fuels and coal. And this has caused global warming, which people like Trump has denied. Well, understand this. My melanated skin can absorb sunlight. In essence, I do not sunburn. Now, it is too late to prevent global warming to such an extent that humanity is not threatened with extinction. However, because of the melanin in my skin, now we can think about, go to the Kabbalion and go to the law of polarity. Meaning that my melanated skin will allow me to absorb more radiation than Caucasians can. You see, Caucasians call this white supremacy stuff, this white superiority stuff is a lie. Pale skin is inferior to melanated skin. And I'm not even going to go into a deep conversation about that because that's just arguing. That would just be an argument between myself and children who want myself and spoiled children who want what they want and refuse to idealize truth. Now, the point that I want to make is this. I like this metaphor. Caucasians will walk in the shadows of those that are melanated. And what do I mean by that? Understand this. Cell phones, computers are leaking radiation, especially the mouse. They're leaking radiation. Now, what I do is I don't fear this radiation. I try to absorb small amounts, understand small amounts of radiation over a 4 or 5 day period. Then for 2 days, I will stay off of all electronic devices so that my skin, my melanated skin, can adapt to the radiation that I am taking in. This is akin to a person putting small amounts of snake venom into their bodies over a long period of time until their bodies become immune to the snake venom. Well, I'm doing the same thing with radiation. Now understand this. I am not trying to take in large amounts of radiation. Don't try to take in large amounts of radiation. Small amounts. Small amounts. And then after a period of time, divorce yourself from taking in all radiation except from the sun, because you want the radiation from the sun to mix with the radiation from your electronic devices. This will make it more digestible to the melanation in your skin. Now understand, I do this intentionally. I do this on purpose. Because a weird thing happened to me one day. I have a neighbor who I really don't, that's somewhat jealous of me. And this guy came over and he wanted me to open a container. And I noticed he had on, and I didn't think anything of it. So I grabbed it and tried to twist it open. And as I was doing, I was thinking, now why would this guy come over here? A man asked another man to open something from him. But then later on, I started feeling these vibrations every time I touched the mouse after a while. And I realized, I said to myself, well, maybe I'm taking in, I must be taking in radiation. Now, this was well over a year ago. And I thought about it and I thought about it. And I decided that instead of fighting it, I'm going to try to absorb it. So I kept trying to absorb it. And then for a period of time, I stayed off of my electronic devices. And I noticed that when I stayed off my electronic devices for a period of time, the vibrations from the radiation would go away. And then I started thinking about it, and I started getting back on my devices. And I started trying to consciously absorb this radiation. And then when I would absorb a certain amount, then I would lay off my computer. And I would spend as much time in the sun as I can. This was all intuition, all spiritual intuition. You see, I follow the 10 Commandments I eat the diet in accordance with what is in the Bible. And I avoid also, and I don't get in any kind of homosexual or weird sexual activity. And then again, I try to keep as much semen in my body as I can. I don't waste the semen in my body. And even if I'm having sex, I may hold back from ejaculation because my semen is important to me. It is the seed that creates life. And I can use that, and I prefer to use that to keep that energy to myself for my health. But what I'm saying is this: if you are African American and you feel that you are taking in radiation from electronic devices, don't fear it. Absorb it 3 or 4 days and then stay away from it. At the beginning, you may want to stay off your electronic devices for maybe 4 or 5 days, but then always come back. And when you feel the tingling, back away from it. When the tingling goes away, go and absorb more. And do it slowly. Don't try to see, some people are so stupid, they try to overcompensate. The simple fact of the matter is, too much pure air will kill you. Too much water will kill you. Don't try to overdo it. Use your mind. Think about what you're doing. Don't try to don't be emotional, because emotionalism is ignorance. Listen to your body. Now, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm not even suggesting that you do this. I am relating to you my experience. Because if there is a nuclear war, depending upon the amount of radiation that I absorb, polarity, I can walk through it. If I take in too much, I may get sick and have to avoid it. It depends on how much I can absorb. And I will say that within 10 years, I should be good. Within 10 years, I should be able to absorb a large amount of radiation. But understand, I'm taking it in slowly. The way a person who is trying to be immune to snake venom takes in small amounts at a time. Now, radiation is stronger, but I feel like this: within 10 years, Caucasians will have to walk in my shadow in fear of the sun. Understand this. Melanated people are of the 12 tribes. You see, we are Jews by blood. We are not Jewish. We are Jews by blood. And our existence began in Africa. And Hermetic philosophy is really the Cometian mystery system, and it is from Africa. Egyptians are not Cometians. They are a mixture of Greeks and Romans and some other Arab people. I can't think of who they were. But anyway, my subscribers, continue to listen, but don't just let what I'm telling you go in one ear and out the other. Study my videos, because I have told you how to make a natural antibiotic. I don't have a doctor. I have told you how to make a natural antibiotic. Follow the diet in the 10 Commandments. It is there for a reason. And most importantly, Deuteronomy 23 verse 5. Stay away from homosexual activities because they attract demons to you. That will attract a demon to you. Especially when you go to sleep and you are in REM sleep. If you have been doing any kind of weird homosexual activities, demons will be attracted to you. Like, subscribe, talk to you later.